Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to the Fangoria Movie Challenge. Now, this is the segment I've been doing with my good buddy, Joe the Horror Man, where we're not only going to watch, but also review all 101 movies Fangoria thinks we should have seen. Today we're going to be talking about Dead of Night, aka Lighthouse. Dead of Night is a 1999 film which runs approximately 95 minutes and is written and directed by Simon Hunter. He was responsible for Edie, Mutant Chronicles, and some shorts. Now this stars James Purfoy as Richard Spader. He was in Limbo, Churchill, and High Rise. Rachel Shelley as Dr. McLeod. She was in Blank, The Children, which is the Ghost House release, and The Bone Snatchers. And Christopher Adamson as Leo Rook. He was in Judge Dredd, the one with Sylvester Stallone, Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, and Leatherface. Now this had a budget of $1.8 million, and it was the last film of actor Norman Mitchell, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, played the captain of the boat. Now, Lighthouse, aka Dead of Night, has a super simplistic plot. You have a boat on a rainy, stormy night that is transporting convicts. There is one convict in particular named Leo Rook, who the doctor on the boat is doing a kind of like an expose on. He kills a few people and escapes the boat and ends up on this small island which has a lighthouse on it. Thinking he's home free, he kills the people in the lighthouse that are the people that stay there all the time. But the ship carrying the criminals actually runs along some rocks and starts to sink. So the rest of the criminals also have to bail out. Most of them die, but they have to bail out and go to this island where the lighthouse is. And it's basically Leo Rook picking off people one by one. That's pretty much the gist of the story. Like I said, there's not really much to this one. I had seen this before years ago, and I don't remember being very impressed with it, because this is one of the ones that everybody talks about, at least they did years ago, saying that you have to see this, you have to see this, you have to see this. So I eventually sought it out. It's very expensive here in the States. I believe it is an Image release, and it comes on one of their Snapper DVDs, and it goes by the title Dead of Night. So I actually had to watch it on YouTube years ago, and like I said, I don't remember being very impressed with it. So when I started watching it with Joe, I didn't remember really hardly anything about it other than the lighthouse, and he couldn't remember much about it either. It's a very simplistic story, and I kind of remembered it as I went along. But I'll say I enjoyed it a lot more than I did before. Maybe it has great atmosphere, for one. The island, the lighthouse, is just a beautiful set piece. The atmosphere with the rain and the fog are just amazing. The killer, while not a mass killer, kind of like we're used to seeing in a lot of slasher movies, they do a really good job keeping his face kind of blacked out with the night sky. And it looks cool. It looks very sinister. I thought all the actors did well. The gore is pretty good. There's a lot of decapitations, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty darn good slasher movie. I'm not jumping up and down. It doesn't set the world on fire or give us anything really new in the slasher genre, but it's pretty darn good. Now I'm going to pair this one up with another movie that takes place on an island called The Island. This movie's fantastic. Probably one of my favorite Michael Caine movies, along with Blame It on Rio. I've always liked Michael Caine. I always thought he was a really good actor, and this movie it's a lot of fun. It's of course done by Peter Benchley, the same guy who who wrote Jaws and The Deep, stuff like that. But this one is a little different. This is it's kind of like a slasher movie, but a pirate slasher movie. Definitely check this one out. Check out Lighthouse, aka Dead of Night. Check out The Island. It is a lost classic, in my opinion. And don't forget to check out Joe's review and see what he picked. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.